And I'm off. That's Town Line Lake there. And I'm heading down the trail that way. There's snowshoe hare tracks coming out of the woods. And here's an otter slide coming out of the woods. And across the road I'm walking on and back into the woods on the other side. Very cool. The walking's been pretty easy so far because there's been vehicles here on the roadway, but the trees are so heavy with snow, ice, yesterday's freezing fog that sometimes the roadway is a little blocked and I gotta dance around them. Some grouse tracks, ruffed grouse. All those are grouse tracks. Well, I've been hiking for almost an hour and I finally saw my first deer tracks. It's been snowshoes galore, but no deer until now. Here's the river crossing. I see a place where some deer have crossed. I'm gonna give it a try. I made it. No problem. After crossing the river, I stepped off the trail and hiked northeast on an old logging road a few hundred yards to see where the river had cut through this really high end moraine. And so we're looking at the current river right here coming down towards us and flowing through here and then back to where I had crossed it. But if you look up and to the left, it's quite high. That's the terminal moraine. The glacier piled up all this dirt debris. And then look up to the right, it's even higher, straight uphill. I guess this is the highest end moraine on the entire trail. And I saw in the geology of the Ice Age trail book about seeing this view, so I wanted to check it out. Well, now that I'm back on the trail, there's a stretch here anyways where I'm sharing it with snowmobiles. It is wide and flat, super easy to walk, although there are some slick spots. It can catch you by surprise. I wore my rain hat today because I was expecting snow, but it hasn't snowed yet, which is just fine. And my husband John asked me to wear this bright orange backpack since I'm going to be walking some roadways, some connecting routes today. And it is bright. I think these are crow tracks. Now that I'm on a road that's shared with regular vehicles, not just snowmobiles, it's gotten much harder and icier. So I put my micro spikes on and it's a lot easier to walk now. Turkey tracks here. That is Bogus Swamp State Natural Area, which according to the Ice Age Trail guidebook is not actually a swamp at all. After several miles of road walking, it's time to step back in the woods. This is the first part of the trail that I've walked today where there hasn't been a vehicle that's gone over the snow already. The snow is about 8 inches deep off to the side, but because people have walked here before, it's not too tough to walk in. even without snowshoes. That's Susan Lake. This is kind of a cool area between Susan Lake on the right and some unnamed lake on the left. And here we are at some of Camp Susan's property. Not every day you have a volleyball net and a basketball court with a view of the marsh. Well, I'm nearing the end of my first episode, the beginning of my thru hike of the Ice Age Trail in 2023. Fired up. It was a good walk.